She's just grifting. There's no way that's stupid. Again, it's the ever shifting grift versus mental illness. Like the pendulum continues to swing back and forth, man. It is kind of crazy though. Like, what is Cenk up to? Because I don't feel like Cenk's a grifter.
Ana Kasparian is continuing her crusade against these woke idiots such as Destiny, Vaush, David Pakman, all of these people. Ana Kasparian has been calling them out left and right, and this time is no different. Ana Kasparian goes nuclear on the woke left and actually defends Donald Trump, and it set them off. It set people like Vaush absolutely into a meltdown. Let's get into this clip here where Vaush is melting down about Ana Kasparian torching the woke left and also defending Donald Trump.
And I think it's the exact same reason why so many people like transphobia turns their brain into actual genuine soup, you know? Like a lot of people fall down this pipeline where they don't get the trans thing and then their brain turns into soup. With that segue in mind,
notion of a fascist, because look, if we're just going to use fascist toward anyone we dislike, all right, then the word doesn't actually mean anything.
Okay, what do you want me to say, Anna? You want me to say wannabe dictator?
Sure, you can say wannabe dictator, but I don't even think he wants to be a dictator.
Of course he does. That's what you do when you lose an election and you go, oh, I got fake electors and I'd like to terminate the Constitution and bring out the tanks and use martial law against American citizens and shoot protesters. I mean, if that's not fascist, then I guess the word just shouldn't exist.
But was he able to do those things?
Trump's
his rhetoric is all.
I literally like, so if Hitler had been stopped at, like, he wouldn't have been a fascist. Like, if the beer hall putsch had led to a life sentence, he wouldn't have been a fascist. Like, if he wrote Mein Kampf in prison, but he was just never let out of prison, he would, like, because he was stopped. The thin, crumbling veneer of liberal institutions have prevented him thus far from doing the things he openly says he wants to do. Therefore, he isn't the person who says he wants to do those things. She's just grifting. There's no way that's stupid. Again, it's the ever shifting grift versus mental illness. Like the pendulum continues to swing back and forth, man. It is kind of crazy though. Like, what is Cenk up to? Because I don't feel like Cenk's a grifter. I kind of think he's like ride or die.
Isn't it so wild how we think completely one way? Like, to me, it's very obvious, and to most people watching these as I'm reading the comments, and let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. To most people watching this, it's very obvious that Cenk is a grifter, and it's very obvious that Ana Kasparian is being genuine, because Ana Kasparian started doing this, started kind of making this turn at the height of leftist power when at maybe a year and a half to 2 years into Joe Biden's term. That's when Ana Kasparian really started to turn against the left. Cenk Uygur didn't start turning against the left until Donald Trump won. Like, literally the night that Donald Trump won in 24, that's when Cenk Uygur started turning. Ana Kasparian's been doing this for a while. And it's wild how Vaush can just be like, yeah, Cenk Uygur is very obviously not a grifter. He's ride or die. And then Ana Kasparian is very obviously the grifter. Like, how do you even come to that conclusion? It's wild how, and it's just black pill after black pill after black pill. Like, that's why these two sides, us and the left, will never agree. Because we can look at this exact same information and come to the complete opposite conclusion. Very commonly, over and over again, this happens. It's wild to me how Vaush can come to the conclusion that Ana Kasparian is the grifter in this situation.
You know, I don't know. It's crazy. She's still posting. Oh my God, man. All right, I'll bite. Fascism requires militarized citizenry, conquest/imperialism, the elimination of our... Oh no. Oh no. It's so over. Actually, the definition for liberal democracy, well, that encompasses like a wide range of different governments with different policies and systems, because obviously like socio-political economy is really complicated and there's no way to like concretely define every element. Fascism, well, in order to be fascism, you have to be exactly Nazi Germany. You have to be literally, like, Hitler wasn't a fascist until 1939. Is this the greatest tweet of all time? He also passed criminal justice reform and personally pardoned black inmates who were serving life. Okay, Benjamin, if you're watching this, you have to side with the grift. She's been paid off. Why wouldn't you think that? It's literally more likely than any other explanation you could possibly have. This is the most clear cut. No one could like independently logic their way into this. Not to mention the like 20 times have gotten emails from people to the effect of like, hey, I used to work at TYT. Just to let you know, it's crazy over there and they have been complaining about money. And yeah, you shouldn't trust a damn thing. Like, oh my God, I will vote. That's Anna's favorite song. Is this the greatest song of all time?
And by the way, guys, I get asked all the time how I grew this YouTube channel so quickly in this politics niche. And what a lot of you don't realize is that I'm a YouTube strategist that has worked with a lot of top channels in this niche, such as Benny Johnson and Charlie Kirk. Me and my business partner worked with Russell Brand, actually reached out to me and we designed his thumbnails and gave him some strategy tips on how to grow his YouTube channel. Lauren Chen, so many other names. I could keep going on forever. But what I'm actually going to do, since so many of you have been asking me, is I'm hosting a free live workshop, a free live class this coming Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, where I'm literally going to break down the entire strategy that I use for this Justin Reloaded channel, as well as all the other channels and the top channels in this niche that we have worked with. I hope to see you there. If you are interested in joining, you can check the link in the pinned comment, or you can check the top link in the description, either one, and you'll be able to sign up and be at that workshop where I'm going to break all this down and show you how you can also build a YouTube channel to this point and make enough money to go full time with it.
Okay, if you don't want to be called fascist, stop saying fascist things. It's not that hard.
Okay.
Not that hard. Oh,
Okay.
here, let me have dinner with Nick Fuentes, who's a Nazi, Kanye, who's a Nazi, and let me say there's good people on the Nazi side. Oh, it could be pro-Confederate guys. Might be guys who are pro-slavery who are good guys. Let me do all of these things. Let me say that immigrants are poisoning the blood of our nation, a Nazi term that is only used.
Hey, can I like point something out, by the way? I've made a lot of like negative comments about Cenk, but basically all of them have been in relation to him standing up for Ana. I just want it to be known, Cenk, I don't know if you like follow the scent of blood quite as much as Ana does. I don't know if you're like up at 1 a.m. like crying while posting on Twitter the way she does. I just want you to know. You're crazy, man, but I've always respected you. Come home, man. You're in the sunken place right now. I want you to be okay.
In the past by Nazis, and then say, I'm going to ban Muslims, I'm going to do this and this and this to all the other ethnic groups, and then go, oh, I can't believe you called me a fascist. No, he is a fascist. I'm very happy to call him.
Literally, like, the media and the leftists within are the enemy of our people. The immigrants are poisoning the blood of our nation, and we need to rid them to make our, like, America safe again. It's like...
I mean, it's kind of facts, though. Like, is that wrong? I how do these people, how have they now brainwashed themselves and their others to think that you can have a functioning country, a functioning society with just open borders, and just having a crime-ridden country like Mexico bordering us and just have a completely open border and just let all the criminals who are running away from law enforcement and cartels in Mexico just come right through the border and welcome them in with open arms? How do they think that is the right course of action? And they do. They 100% do. Like, they think they think that's a great thing to do. And not only that, not only do they think it's great, but they think if you oppose that, then you're a fascist. And the reason why people like Ana Kasparian are starting to say, we should stop doing this, we should stop with this rhetoric, is not because she's some Donald Trump simp or, I don't even think she's leaving the left wing. I just think that she's starting to realize that rhetoric right there that Cenk Uygur and Vaush are using is the reason why there's been multiple assassination attempts against Donald Trump. He's not a fascist. He wouldn't have left the office. He wouldn't have left the White House when he lost the first time if he really was trying to overthrow democracy and really take over the country as a dictator. He's not trying to do any of those things. He could have tried. He probably could have been decently successful, to be honest with you, if he was really trying to do that. He's never tried to do it. He's never tried to do anything that's actually fascist. He just said a couple of mean things that these people don't like, and they just love it's the buzzword of the week. And this one happened to stick. It's overthrow democracy, threat to democracy, fascist. I don't even how does Donald Trump saying that people who are here illegally is bad and they should leave? How is that a fascist statement? Guys, we've been following this law for what determines an illegal immigrant for a really long time. Why all of a sudden, whenever Donald Trump says, hey guys, let's enforce the law, why does that make him a fascist? That's just so wild to me, man.
Anna's like Barbie, but I don't even control the railroads or the flow of commerce. Or he doesn't even control the railroads.
I'm a fascist.
All right. There.
All right. All right, I'm not going to get back in.
You gotta wake up, Jake. You gotta wake up. Oh my God. I will vote. You gotta wake up, Jake. Stop, please. But it's so catchy.
All right, we're gonna cut it off there. I don't know what the hell he's doing now, but I don't know. It is getting a little bit bad over there at the Young Turks, no doubt. I know it's messy because I know that, well, I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure I got pretty decent intel that